Okay, guys, I'm back. Ready to film the next section of our folio that we're doing. Okay, so we are on this section right here. In this section, I am planning to do a couple of different things. Okay, first thing that I want to do is I'll show you what I've done. So I have printed May's stitch journal insert booklets on vellum paper. Okay, and so my plan is we're going to cut these out. If you're following along with me, you'll print this on vellum paper, and then you're going to cut these out. And what I'm going to do is we're going to fold them in half, each one, and put little thumb notches, and then we're going to make hinges out of any extra vellum that we have, or this vellum. I have an extra piece, and it's going to be basically open one way, open another is my plan. And at the very bottom, I have printed off and cut out the belly band. I need to do some inking, and the belly band's going to go right in the middle, and that's going to be at the very bottom of the little uh, staggered pockets. Is that the right term? Staggered pockets is what I'm going to call it today. All right, so I'm going to ink the edges here. I don't know what I did with my, found it. Just really quickly go around the edges. And then after we do this, I really don't know if we'll have much more left. We just gotta uh, put a liner on that flap to cover the magnet, and I think we will be done with that. So I'm going to set that aside. I'm not going to put it right now. So the next step I want to do is cut these out. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting out my scoreboard and my bone folder, and I'm going to go ahead and score right down the middle. So find whatever the front is, and you score on the front side, so that way when you fold it, you'll fold it towards the bump, if that makes sense. That's what I've heard. Here's one. Okay. There's two. Let me see. You score at 4. If you just lay it on the scoreboard, you would score at 4. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't just say that for you guys. I'm sorry if I'm... Sometimes I don't think of things until after the fact. Okay. So then you line it up with the sides. And depending on if you cut it or how you cut it, I mean, it can be different, guys. So, but don't sweat it, because that really doesn't matter if it's a junk journal, first of all. Secondly, there is no such thing as perfect, which I constantly have to remind myself of. And just burnish it down when you get it about where you're going to want it. I'm just kind of lining it up and pinching it. Okay. So there's our little pockets. And we're going to make also in a second, so just to kind of give you an idea, figure out the order you're going to want them. So one is going to be here, and it's going to be on a hinge on this side, and it's going to open this way. The other one's going to be a hinge on this side, and it will open this way. The other one will be here, and it will open this way. So it'll kind of be slightly overlapped, staggered pockets is what I decided to call it like that, but it will, you'll see once we get going. So all you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and when you make the pockets, you're going to glue down one side of the pocket. You could also stitch. I mean, obviously there's stitching here. You can stitch down one side, but that's up to you and your discretion. I'm going to also use the vellum for the hinges. So these pieces, let me get my ruler. Are, let's go from this side, 2 15/16. So we need hinges that are 2 15/16 tall, approximately. We need 3 of them. So we'll need 1 inch by 2 15/16. 1 inch by 2 15/16. Okay. So it's like just under 3, legitimately. So it's going to be here. We just need 3 of these hinges. Now we need 1 inch pieces. So 1 inch. Here. Another 1 inch piece. Here. And another 1 inch piece. Because we're going to score right down the middle of these 1 inch pieces, so we'll have the hinge. Okay, there are our 3 hinges. Get out your scoreboard again and just score, put them on the short side, on the 1 inch side. You're going to score at half. Okay, that's 1 piece. You'll do that for all 3 pieces. Then you're just going to like I said, pick what side you're going to want what on. Let me get this out. So you open them up and you just put double-sided tape down. Okay, so with your pockets, what you're going to do is first I'm going to take a little hole punch of some sort and make a little thumb notch there. Use this one. Just an ever so slight thumb notch. For some reason, I didn't cut this one very even. There we go. So let me just check to make sure all of the tops are pretty straight. So yeah, just get something if you want to do it exactly pretty much the same. Eyeball it. I'm just trying to eyeball it. Take a little thumb notch out, and you do that for all three. Nope. All right. And you might want to distress or whatever. If you decide not to distress, you don't have to. I'm also going to take just a little bit of that corner off. I actually never used to care too much about the little sharp pieces here and there. But I don't know, I've been watching some other crafters and it looks nice when they take off the little corners. And it's one less thing to get snagged, I guess, or less likely to get snagged. And it makes it look a little bit nicer, in my opinion. There we go. Go like that. Okay. Now that we have those, determine where you're going to place them and then put the hinges in the correct spot. So for this one, I want it to open. Oops, I've got two of them. I want it to open out. So your hinge has to be on the seam of the hinge has to be on the outside so it opens like a little door like that. Okay. So just keep that in mind when you are using your tape. So So this is going to go here because I want it to overlap from the top. Okay. Yeah, that's what we're doing. There we go. There's our little pockets. I really wish I would have had that bigger, but somehow, somewhere along the line, I did not cut that straight. So that's okay. All right, now belly band down. This belly band is going to go here. That's my plan, for it to go right in here. Now, if you want, you can put something down just like we did on this other part, which I think I might go ahead and do, guys, just for funsies. So it's going to be 7 by a little less. From here to here. 3 7/8 to be all the way up to the edge. So just a little hair slighter than 3 7/8 wide by 7. All right. 3 7/8 by 7. What do I got in my scrap pile? I have this side though. I'll use this side. All right. 3 7/8 by 7. Okay, let's see. I'm going to cut the 7 here because it pretty much will take off the white. I'm not keeping any mind about the direction. I don't care. And 3 7/8. So, or hair, just a hair under. That's what I said. So hopefully this is right because I really do not like going with whatever it reads there. All right, let's see where this is. Yeah, it looks good to me. It looks good to me, and then we can put that right over the top. All right, I'm gonna do just a little bit of distressing. If I could speak today. Man. All right. Move that into my scrap pile. And then that will, I mean, they're vellum hinges, so you can't really see them very well, but it'll hide that. And then if you didn't do vellum, you could just print these in regular form on regular paper, and then just, of course, do that. All right, I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to glue it down. Just like that. Okay. I decided this way. I know I said I didn't care, but I see due date there very clearly, so we're going with it. I tell you, I drive myself crazy. I'm just burnishing it down all along the edges. Okay, now let's go ahead and put down our belly band. I'm going to put some glue. Think of all the things that you guys can put in here. I'm definitely just loving this kit. All right, I'm just going to kind of slightly eyeball it here. I guess I could have measured it, but it's fine. There we go. Add a little bit of glue. popping up. There we go. There's our little belly band. All right, let's see. Let's do another test, guys. Let's do another test. I'm going to grab one of the bigger tags and go back there, or a journaling card or a picture or whatever. And then these go over the top. Let me kind of get this down. It still bothers me that that is not the same size, but it's okay. You know. Now what we need is something to cover this. So this, we need some sort of piece, a decorative element, to kind of match our three layouts. Notice I'm keeping the spines bare. You can choose to cover those if you like. I just wanted to see a little bit of this neutral to help bring out the colors, these beautiful colors that's throughout the kit. So, oh, that's my wrong pile. So we want some pop of color here. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. And I want something that's going to okay, I think I'm going to use that one. Move this. All right, so I'm going to get, this is going to be 7. So let me cut this down to 7. We know that it's about 7 high this way. Let's start with that, and it is also at the height, or the highest point, it's about 2. 7 by 2. So let's go ahead and do that. 7 by 2. Right? Yeah, 7 by 2. All right, then I'm left with this. And I am just going to hold it up to the edge. I'm actually just going to flip it all the way over, guys. Okay, hold it up to the edge as best as I can. I'm putting it on the light side. And I'm going to trace once I get both edges lined up to the very seam. I'm going to trace it. All right, there it is. I'm going to cut this out. Actually, you know what I just thought of, guys? You probably didn't even have to do that. You could just glue it down and then turn it over and cut it out. It probably would have been easier even. Probably would have gotten a better cut. At least I would have. That way. Oh well, hindsight, right? Hindsight is 2020. All right, let's see where this lines up. Should be, I want it to be pretty much covering that whole flap. Because this is just the inside. Remember, we have the outside on the other side. Do I want it covering, or do I want just slightly? All right, maybe just slightly. Yeah, should we? So if I want it just slightly, I'm just going to take a little bit off of the flat side. And I'm just eyeballing it a little bit, just like a 1/16 of an inch. If you wanted to be precise, you could actually measure each bit, but I'm eyeballing it. Okay, let's see where this is at. Yep, that'll work okay. That's good enough. We're gonna go with it, guys. So I'm gonna distress the edges just to get some of the white off. Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. And that puts a little pop of color at each interval. And it covers the magnet. But you don't have to do this. You could just keep it bare if you like. Bare is very, I like the look of the neutrals. You don't have to do magnets for the closure. You can do string closures. You can do ribbon, and there's just so much as far as like. So that's it, guys. That's our folio. And here's another look here. Here. This is what it looks like on this side. Oops. There we go. There. This side. This side. And that side. Not that anyone's really going to be looking at the underneath of it, but there she is. And then I might do a video on doing the tags and journaling cards. But yeah, so many options. You can even do like a ribbon that comes from the side and it's like a wraparound closure. There's so many options, guys. Just have a good time with this kit, because I definitely did. I had a blast. And yeah, we'll see you in my next video. Thanks for staying with me. All right, bye.